It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
What's
I
up?
swear.
That was nice and unexpected. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new episode of Breaking the Mold, where your Tuesday night delight here on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Episode 197, I believe. Very, very close to that 200 number, boys. Very close. I don't know if we're doing anything special, probably
Two
not,
bills.
but we're
bills.
very close to 200. Maybe a giveaway or something for all you folks out there watching and listening.
Show is evenly divisible by 5. All of a sudden, you want to have a celebration? Crazy. I had a friend of mine once is like, it's my 35th birthday. What are you planning? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's just another birthday. Yeah, right. Well, why does Transformers celebrate every 5 years and stuff, right?
Well, I mean, they make money.
Right? It's a marketing ploy, a marketing scheme.
It's just an excuse to package old toys in new fucking packaging.
That's right.
Exactly. But yeah, very close to 200. That's a few weeks away. We'll see what's up with that. I'm Harrican BX. I'll say what's up to the rest of the crew. And a John Addict. How you doing tonight, Pop?
Yo, what's good, guys? Happy Tuesday.
What's going on, man?
Not much.
How was your weekend?
How was my weekend? I don't know. What the fuck did I do? Let me think about that.
Did you go to the movies?
I actually went to the movies a week before.
Yeah.
I went to see Rise of Gru, the new Minion movie.
Oh, the little Minion movie.
Yeah. Honestly, it was good. It was really fucking good. It was better than the other two. Better than the ones with the little girls in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, it was just about him, and he's like a little badass.
Is that Pixar? Is that a Pixar movie?
I don't think it is. I think it's
DreamWorks. It's DreamWorks. Isn't it?
Yeah,
DreamWorks.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's still good. Another good studio. Yeah. All right. Nice.
It was good. What did I do? I did stuff this weekend.
Didn't you go to a neighbor's barbecue last week? It was that last weekend. This weekend?
No, that was. I think that was that the same weekend. Yeah,
I think that was the same weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one that you were telling me that funny story
my
about.
daughter has friends now, so now we're getting invited to like play dates and stuff.
That's cool.
But what's kind of cool though is like the parents, like we met a set of parents that like they like to get fucked up, So we had a graduation party a few weeks ago that we had to attend, and we got invited to their house as well. So we said we'll stop by their house and then go to the other party. So we did that. It was close to the house. We stopped at at Chloe's friend's party first, and the mom was just trying to get us fucking wrecked the whole time. Like you guys know I don't drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was giving me, and I didn't want to be rude, so like I would take like let's say a shot like every other time she asked.
Mm-hmm.
So I had like maybe about 4 shots, and I don't drink again, and I had a beer. Or 2 in between, so now it's like 85 degrees out.
You're feeling it.
I done that. I did that within like an hour and a half because I had to go to the other party, and then we go to the other party. I slept the whole fucking way there. I get out and I'm like half drunk, stumbling out the car, and I'm like getting introduced to people I don't know now at the party. But it was fun. But I had such a good time in that hour and a half that I didn't want to leave the first party because I'm like, this is like 5 minutes from my house. Why do I have to go to this other party?
Yeah.
But so she invited us again. So that's what Dom's talking about the weekend that passed. We went there again, and this time she wanted to turn it up even more. So,
whoa,
wow,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, they're from Guatemala, right? So they gave me some Guatemalan pineapple rum, whatever shots and stuff, and then their family just kept showing up. Like every 5 minutes, somebody else would show up to the house. And meanwhile, this lady's like, I got no friends. That's why I didn't invite you guys. I want you guys to have a good time. Blah 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 blah. But yet, she has no friends. Every 2 minutes, somebody else is coming to the house. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I started making a joke out of it where people were like, they found it funny because I'm like, oh, no friends. Somebody else is here. Look. Before you know it, I'm like surrounded with like 15, 20 people in their family, taking shots with me and asking me, all about my life and all. It's just craziness. So whatever, it was a good time. They're good people. We wound up staying there a little longer this time. They fed us nice, and I stumbled home. So yeah.
This dude was like saying, he said like you took a shot every other time she asked, and then you were like, I took 4 shots. So she was asking a lot. She was asking you to take a lot of shots.
I'm not even making this up. While we were there, whatever that pineapple stuff was that they were all drinking, they drank 2 bottles of it.
Wow.
2 whole botters of it. So I'm like, what?
Down.
You know, like it was just nonstop. You know.
How old are these people?
Yeah,
They're about our age. They're in their late 30s. 40s. Yeah.
See, now there's a difference. When I was in my late 30s, I was pounding all the pineapple liquor there was.
Yeah.
But once I turned like 43, it's like I can't fucking do that shit anymore. I think there's like an exponential difference once you pass that threshold.
So 43, it's
40.
it. So
Well, it's like,
after
man.
43.
yeah.
Well, no, you're already starting to go downhill. I think, at that point.
Brian, if you ever do come again, though, I will bring you there, because the one thing I noticed was the ratio of women to men was a lot like in women's favor.
So
there was about 12 women there and about 4 men.
All right, so listen. So I was about to ask, like, do you ever get the sense because they like to party and stuff, like it might be like sort of like a swingers thing? They might try to like, throw that on you.
Jose, that's for the after hangout. That's
I gotta be careful. I don't know who watches, because I tell people,
after show. We'll put a pin in that.
That's late night BTM.
BTM after dark.
There you go.
Sounds like you had a good weekend.
Yeah. I mean, that weekend. Oh yeah. So that weekend was good. And the following day, we went out to dinner with my in-laws, which I don't tend to do, because there's always something up with my in-laws. They always start a fight with us somewhere or something. But we had a good time. So
that's good.
Yeah, overall good weekend. This weekend coming, I actually have plans too, which is not like me because I don't do anything. So this weekend I have another birthday party, and then taking my daughter to the circus on Sunday.
Is this
my wife bought tickets to Circus du Soleil or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that should be nice, man. I heard that's a really nice show. I've never went myself.
Wait, is that local to you?
It's in UBS Arena.
Oh, dude,
in Belmont,
nice.
Belmont Racetrack.
Yep,
it's cool.
So it's in New York then.
Yeah, about 20 minutes from my house in Long Island.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same thing, dude. We've gone there for the couple of AEW shows that they've had, and that's a cool arena, easy to get in and out. Like, you'll like it. Should be nice.
She just told us about that today, so it was a surprise. So
nice, cool, dude. Awesome.
Now, is this kid's couples invited to this party that you're going on Sunday, or
it's my goddaughter's 14th actually. Birthday,
okay. So it's a family birthday. Okay.
Yeah, family birthday. Just going to hang out and eat, basically.
Gotcha.
Nice. All right, cool, man. Nice. All right, Big Dom, what's up, dude?
Good. Everything's good. You know. My weekend was okay. I was went up to see some of my wife's friends that we normally hang out with on like once and twice a year. We catch up. They're a good group of people, and they invited us, so we went up there to Long Island. Took me like 2.5 hours to get out there, so there was a lot of traffic this past weekend for some fucking reason.
He was here again, didn't say nothing.
The monkeypox is causing jam ups on the interstates.
I have no fucking clue. But
monkeypox.
I waved when I passed your exit, Dave, though.
Oh, gee, thanks. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah,
I thought I smelled something funny.
his thoughts were with you.
Was there a grill alert showing up at the street signs? Grill alert loose.
Right, nice.
The silver alert. But what did I do Sunday? Sunday it was a nice relaxing day. Like went to my brother-in-law and we watched a couple movies. I watched what did I watch? I watched Jurassic Park, so I saw Jurassic Park World. I think it's Jurassic World.
I just watched it today, bro.
The latest one.
The latest one, yeah.
Heard it was garbage.
Is it streaming now or?
It's there's one I think it's on Amazon. Amazon, is it Amazon? It's
on
Amazon Prime.
Prime
You
already?
can buy it for
Word?
you can rent it for like 30 buy it for $30 or rent it for like
No rentals.
20,
no rentals.
25, something like that.
Talking about free on one of these streaming services.
Yeah, my brother-in-law didn't see it. We were all over there, so he's like he just bought it. So
Okay.
So we watched that, and then what else did I watch? We watched Uncharted. I watched the Uncharted. Like, so we just sat and watched movies all day and stayed in the air conditioning.
Uncharted had Tom Holland in it. Right?
Yeah, so we watched Uncharted as well, and
he looks so young though. Like I don't know. Like
he did.
Spider-Man is like okay, I can see you as Spider-Man, but to be like this dude like Nathan Drake, I don't know. Was he playing Nathan Drake?
He was playing Nathan Drake, yes.
So, like, I don't know, like that dude seems so badass. Like in the video games, I don't see Tom Holland being that dude.
The funny thing is, in the first couple like the first like 20 minutes of the movie, like some of the dialogue that he said like it was exactly what Spider-Man would say. He had the same type of voice, same mannerisms and stuff like that. So it was like I was like in the first 5 minutes of the movie, I was like, is this fucking is this I watched Spider-Man or
walked into the wrong thing.
I think he did a better job as the movie went on. Like he got better into the character, I think, as the movie went on. But it was a good movie. And then we watched what's that movie with Channing Tatum and Sandra Bullock? It's like that crazy, stupid movie. It's a comedy, but it's like a romance.
Wow, comedy. You guys watched a lot of fucking movies.
Yeah, we watched 4 movies. We watched, and then I think the last one was, I can't remember.
I just hopped to different like theaters or whatever. Or
no. This was at home. Yeah, just buying it on Amazon and just chilling and drinking beers.
Drinking beers, watching flicks. That's cool. Yeah,
ordered dinner and lunch and just chilled. So nice. we were going to go in the pool, but we decided not to and just watched another movie. So.
All right. Oh, I was about to say, I was like, yeah, usually the pool right on a Sunday.
Yeah. We did Friday night we did a pool night. Like I got wasted. Like we would just fucking I got signed off at work, went over, we had dinner, and then we had dinner over at their place, and then just fucking jumped in the pool, and just my brother-in-law like brings out like a cooler of beers, and like he brings out like to 3 like a couple shot he has them already mixed up in the containers, so he has those like already in the cooler, like 4 of those in the cooler already mixed up with some concoctions, and then like we just go to fucking town and just drink
like nutcrackers basically.
Just have a good time. It's great. He has like a perfect pool. It's not too small, not too big, just right size to just have just float around and just chill and drink beers, and he pumps up the heat, which really didn't need the heat that night because it was really warm, but it's nice to be in a 90-degree pool, just chilling and relaxing. What sucks is that like when you get out of it, just like you feel so light in the pool, and when you get out, I feel so fucking. Of course, I feel overhead. I'm already overweight, but I feel so much more heavy.
Reality sinks in.
Yeah, like oh god,
your wet shorts dragging you down.
Gravity comes back.
Gravity comes back. Like I want to go back to the moon.
You're 1/4 of your weight or whatever.
I can picture Dom's wife like carry him through the pool because he could float in the water,
And the thing too is my sister has like a double deck. And it's like there's a series of steps that are so like it's a long steps, and it's like I hate just fucking like coming out of the pool and walking up like what is it? I think 25 steps. It's like oh my god, because she has like a cascading like a double decker deck that kind of goes over, and it's just so many steps to get down to their fucking pool. But it's okay. But I had a good time. My weekend was good.
That's so man. Sounds good. I gotta fucking get in the pool sometime this summer. I haven't been in the pool yet. Soon enough.
What are you laughing at?
I'm picturing that fucking motorized fucking thing that rides you up the stairs.
Dude, I'm investing in that. I definitely. I don't care if I need it. I just need to. I'm just gonna have it.
Yeah,
And then I'm gonna put like a stronger motor in it, and just so it can get me up there in like 4 seconds.
Yeah, you don't want to see the people passing you by as they walk up the stairs.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh my god. All right, cool, man. Nice. All right, Brian Brink, the analyzer. What's up, dude?
I'm good, man. I was off yesterday. Got back to work today. Forgot that I didn't schedule any meetings today, which was nice because I thought I was gonna have like 5, but they're all tomorrow. So that stinks. But yeah, so I was able to ease back into things, catch up on some work. Got to play with some toys recently. So yeah, I'm
Such a nerd.
it's great. I am, Dom, and I'm starting to get prepared for this SDCC stuff. See what's dropping. We've been getting teasers for exclusives, but I guess we're gonna be getting news. I forget, what do they do at SDCC? We haven't had it in so long. What is there gonna be, like panels for new shows and movies, and then we're gonna get teasers for new products coming? Is that how it works? Can't even remember anymore.
I think that's how it works.
When is SDCC actually?
I think it starts like tomorrow.
It's this weekend. Oh, okay, so they just started like previewing stuff and stuff.
Yeah,
like that. Oh man, yeah. So
I think
so
like
I
it's tomorrow,
Tuesday,
the first, like the preview night. Like
tomorrow's the first day. Yep.
Yeah, that event. So like SDCC, I think that's the biggest convention out of like all like the major ones, like the NYCC, SDCC. Like usually SDCC is the big one. Like people plan vacations around that, and I know usually it's so packed. I don't know if they have any restrictions in place. I doubt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm.
Oh, you mean like pandemic restrictions?
Yeah.
Restrictions. Yeah,
I think all that stuff's out the window and stuff like that. But I don't know if like all the usual people that you would expect to be there are going to show up and like have panels and stuff like that. So I guess we'll see. But going to be a ton of news coming out within the next few days. So it's going to be a hell of a weekend. Probably maybe see some new products, some previews of some stuff, some trailers. I mean, it's a pop culture convention, you know what I'm saying? Not just action figures, you know, it deals with everything, television shows, movies, you know, so I'm sure we're going to be seeing a lot as we usually do, like coming out of this weekend and stuff like that. I liked how you were saying you were playing with toys. I wanted to ask you guys, like, what's the stuff that you've been messing with recently? Like, have you guys like been messing with anything recently? Maybe unexpectedly, unconsciously, like, you know what I'm saying, but that you just like, oh, this is kind of like your thing, like your favorite thing to mess with right now. You know, like what have you been messing with like lately?
We're gonna go around
figure wise. Yeah, action figure wise. Yeah.
Well, for me, I don't have the lights on, but like the you know, thanks to Super 7 is able to complete those Thundercats back there, which, you know, we've been waiting to do since 2016, I guess, right? Because Matty Collector teased us, and then they stopped, and then Super 7 says, "Where you got the license?" We're all like, "Yay!" And then delays, and then more delays, and then they're like, "Oh, we got to send this one back. We're gonna make you wait even longer," stuff like that. But no, I finally got that kind of team put together, and then those classified bat figures, man, just on a whim, someone's like, "Hey, they're up on Amazon." So I was like, let me order a couple more, because I ordered 2 a while back. I was one of the lucky ones to get them from BBTS early in the year, and they're outstanding. I think they're going to be tops on my list for figure of the year if we do that. So yeah, man. And then I was messing around with the Thundercat mutants. Like this Monkeyan, I think, is one of my next favorites. So yeah, I got him and Jackalman and Slide here because I signed up for Hulu for a free month, so I've just been binging Thundercats, and so yeah, man, it's a good time to be a fan of that franchise. At least if you collect toys, that is.
See, so that's cool because I'd never like just trying to keep the house neat and not drive her crazy, and having my stuff all over the place. I never really, she uses a computer like I do sometimes for work, so I never really have my stuff like on the desk, like figures and stuff like that. But like I like vacation.
Jose, put your toys away.
Yeah. I still have a couple of things, like you know what I'm saying. Like you see, there's like a little Micro Master set that's on my little ottoman that's like right there, that's been out for like over a week, and she's like, all right, like we're getting back to work, like time to start putting this stuff away.
What is this Optimus Prime doing under your pillow?
Let's get the house in order type stuff, because I've had like a ton of just like my chugs all over the place, but it's been cool. Like, and then just sitting here at the computer desk and G1 on YouTube or whatever, and then just like
time is over, Jose. Back to work. Put your toys in the toy box.
So it's night, so essentially it's like you were kind of like doing the same thing, like you got your Thundercats out, like you're kind of feeling that, and then you're going back and like watching that while you're messing with the figures and stuff like that. So
I've been listening to like the music on YouTube, stuff like that. Panthros theme, man, that's good shit. I need Dust to make a remix of that one.
That's good shit.
Yeah, man.
Brian, when you posted your Thundercat pick the other day, and like I remember Kincaid had asked about Wily Kid and Wily Cat, and then you got like a million people fucking answering anyway.
Oh, Mike's a celebrity. Everybody's like, dude, I'm gonna help this guy out.
You want to know what happened that day? At least with me, I didn't see anybody's response. Like nobody responded to it. So I don't know if everybody else did the same, but it looked like
no one reads the comments ahead of time, right? They're just like yeah. So.
But I was gonna say, you had mentioned to him, you're like, yeah, Mike, JD might have an extra set, and I'm like, hey, Brian, have you noticed how much that set is going for now?
Yeah, I didn't mention that. I think maybe it's Gary.
Oh, Gary did. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Gary did. It was Gary. Yep.
Yeah.
Gary's like, yeah, maybe JD has an extra set for you. I'm like, Gary, you not have checked the eBay price on that fucking item, have you? That set's going for like $600.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
It was like like 250 was it one, and now it's rocky climbing. Like it's going.
So I should find that box and sell it, because Super 7 naturally is going to come out with another set.
Oh
right?
Yeah, for sure. It's just impatient people want to do what you just did. You know what I mean? So
yeah, man, I set the world on fire. I used 2 hashtags on my Instagram. It must have made people go crazy.
Hashtags.
What about you, Don? Have you been messing with any figures or not?
Nah, I haven't had time to mess with toys. I'm sorry.
No toys.
But the funny thing is, I did see Brian's post as well.
The cardboard.
Yeah, I'm just looking like having. I put out my boxes and I just stare at them.
He pulls out his boxes, his box of tissue, his lotion.
I stack them on one side of the room. I stack my boxes at one side of the room, and I look at them, and then I take them all down and I stack them on the other side of the room, and I look at them.
Ooh,
this is a great collection. I swoosh my Starstream around in the box, like
in the box.
This is 3-time recycled cardboard right here.
Yes. This is good quality cardboard.
Looking back in fondness at the ones that have window packaging.
Yeah.
Like, oh man.
I put a bunch of them out, and then I pretend like I'm walking to like a KB toy store, and I get my bag and I go to the cashier and check it out just like I'm buying them again. That's how I do it.
Dom, I want to see at the next table we set up at. I want you to have like first release Transformer chugs, the window packaging, and then like the re-releases that they're probably going to put out that have no window packaging.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to charge more for the window packaging, because it's like
it's plastic,
nostalgic now. Yeah.
You can't get this plastic. You can't get this window. You see this window? You can't get this window anymore.
Can't get that window anymore. Have any of you started getting in your Olympia wave from the Mythics?
No, I have not. Nope.
So yeah, I've got the one because I ordered a second one, but those all-ins should be coming eventually, I think.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get that.
So, Dom, what keeps you in? If you haven't like messed with anything like in a minute, like out of package or whatever, like what keeps you like kind of interested to just keep up with the hobby? Because I feel like I would just be out if I wasn't fucking with anything. Like, it's like why am I buying the shit for? But I know you sell and stuff like that. So is that
Yeah, it's not. No. It's like selling is not what my priority is. It's more of a just it's just more of the fact that
I need it all.
Yeah, I'm acquiring it and I have it, and I there's times where I will pull out some stuff to play, but it's rarely because most of it's stored up. And then if I do actually have time that when I receive a figure and it's there and I can play with it, then I'll play with it. But that's on a rare occasion. This is all for like this is an acquisition to basically produce an end goal that I have, and I'm just keeping it that way.
I know we've talked about this before. I'm not trying to bust your balls. Like
when I say new listeners, new listeners.
No. but the other day, actually, I think it was on Realm Hatton Project, right?
Hatton Project on Fridays on this channel.
Fridays. Yes. They had mentioned something about, I think it was that, or it was a hangout or something we were on, and somebody mentioned, opening your stuff and checking it, because you
Correct.
can buy something and then let's say 3 or 4 months down the line you open it and it's broken. It's kind of too late to return it because it might be sold out or out of production, whatever the case may be. You might be out of the figure. So how often do you go through your stuff to do that? Because I know that
so usually like, for example, like when like you guys being in this community, you catch wind of certain things that are that, like for example some of them, like for example the Mezco, like the Spider-Man 2099, like was potentially the knee was broken out of the package. So when I hear stuff like that, then I'll go in, open up the package, go in, inspect it to make sure everything's okay. Like I remember the Optimus Prime, the new masterpiece, it had like people were complaining because it had paint smudge on the chest right out of the package. So I opened buying and made sure that it didn't have that. And so things like that, when I hear about them, I check them. But obviously, yes, there is a risk where when the time does come and I do open some of these things that I had sealed for so many years, and all of a sudden there's something broken or something's fucked up about the toy, I would have to then decide whether it's worth me, splurging and getting a replacement, or if it really means that important to me.
You know what I've been worried about, like in instances like that, because there's been plenty of times, I'm sure all of us have done it, right? Like you get something, you just don't open it for a while, and then you sell it. Like, what if somebody's like what if it's something that's defective and you sell it, but it's been so long since you bought it, so it's just like, like, what do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just kind of like it's bad luck, but it could also reflect badly on you. Like if you resell that thing without knowing that it was broken, because you just never
you won't even know if that person broke it or not because you didn't check it. So
Correct.
Essentially, you could sell something to somebody, they can break it, and then say you sold them a broken toy. You wouldn't know because you never checked it yourself.
Correct.
But the box. So you're talking about a box that's not sealed, then, right?
No, sealed. Like I would say a sealed box, but then they would know like that's out of your hands. Like if it's fucking sealed.
That's happened to me on some eBay sales. Like I have a lot of old Marvel Legends that I'm selling, and they've been out of stores for years, and it's like
Did we lose them?
Yeah, I think so.
So what he was saying was, he was saying that I think I've heard him tell this story where the Marvel Legend had like swapped feet or something like that, like, or it had 2 left feet or 2 left legs, and he just gave the guy a refund and then sent it back to him, I guess, which is kind of stinks. But he was just being nice. Dom likes to protect his feedback.
Yeah. I mean, you got to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was always a thing for me when I was doing the eBay thing. Like I always I haven't sold there in a while, but I got 100% feedback. Never got negative feedback, and so that was always a thing for me. Like, oh, I never want to get dinged, never want to get dinged, and thankfully, like, never have. But you hear the horror stories out there, and then you don't know, like, if somebody's just fucking around or what. I felt like I had somebody do that to me, like in one of the Facebook groups. I sold them, like, I think the Syndicus from MMC, the little skinny sniper thing, and that thing was fragile. And it's like, yo, like, I never transformed it. Like, I took it out, looked at it, probably like took a picture, put it back in the packaging, and like sold it. And then like the dude said like it exploded on him. And I'm like, listen, like, I barely touched that thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, but I offered him, I was like, you want to send it back? I'll refund you, send it back, I'll refund you, or whatever. And then he was like, nah, like, he kept it. And then I think like a few days later, like, he wanted like a refund. And I was like, nah, it was too late. I was like, I offered you a refund already and you kept it. And like, now I think like it's worse. And now he was like, oh, I'm going to try to see if I can still get my money back. And I was like, no. I was like, I gave you like that chance before, and he kept it. So whatever, like, he was complaining about, like, it wasn't that bad. So
some people just don't know how to handle toys either. Believe it or not, people that have never handled a toy like that, Syndicus, for example, you get that in hand and they don't know how to manipulate it. They'll just crack it or break it because, they're not used to it,
Yeah. And again, like, I was always like, I rarely transformed a lot of the third party stuff if it already came in bot mode. Like, that came in bot mode. So, and I heard like, oh, the fucking transformation's fiddly, like it's this and that. Like, I just never really got the chance to do it. Like, I got it and I was like, I don't know what it was. Like, it was a quick turnaround. I didn't have it long. Like, I don't think like I liked it. Like, I got it, took a few pictures, and I was like, and I just got rid of it quick.
Well, I remember back in the day that Syndicus was extremely expensive for what it was. If I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, it was freaking like $85, but it was so tiny. It was looked like something that cost like 40 or 45 or something.
Yeah,
like
there was nothing to it. Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Tom.
But like I was saying, like,
go ahead, finish,
in the Marvel, like some of the Marvel Legends, I it was funny. I think I told this to Dave. Like, when I was selling something, I had it posted up on eBay, and I didn't know. Like, I didn't even like check it, and the Build-A-Figure piece, that part of the Marvel Legend that I had, was a switch out. Like, I bought a figure that did a switch out, but I didn't notice because it was so close and similar to the actual piece. So it was like a Venom piece, and they just swapped it out with another Venom arm of another figure. So it was like very close and similar. And I had it posted up on eBay. Some guy pointed it out to me and said, hey, I'm kind of confused. You're telling me this is a sealed figure, but your arm, the Build-A-Figure piece is the wrong piece. And I'm like, and I looked at it, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, so I had like, I had another 3 of the figure, and I looked at that one figure that I took the picture and posted. I'm like, he's fucking right. And I checked, and both tapes on the side were sealed. Like, they were like, it was perfectly how the person did the swap out was able to seal it up nice and perfect that I couldn't even recognize it. And I, obviously I said, I emailed the guys like, you're correct. I'm sorry. I didn't even know that I purchased the swap out. I'm like, he's like, well, is it still available for sale? I just want the figure. I'm like, yeah, if you want just the figure, like, I can give you the figure. And we just negotiated a price just on the figure, and we called, and I thanked them for it. I gave him a good discount because of the heads up, because God forbid if somebody didn't notice it too, and I sent it, and then they were looking for that last Build-A-Figure piece, and that was the wrong piece, I definitely would have had to, swallow the, tell them to return it, and I would have gave them another one because I did have another one available for sale. So it's just, it just saved me a lot of headaches. So, but things like that happen. Like I've sold things that have sealed, and people like, that are no longer available for sale on in the stores or anywhere. And there's a paint chip or a missing piece, and you try to kind of compensate for those errors, but I can't really do anything. Like, I can't really, unless I have another, 5 figures like that, I can offer to replace and just send me the other one back. But at the end of the day, like, it's very hard to do that sometimes. So and I just try to give them $20 back, $10. It all depends on the value of the figure. try to give them a percentage back, and hopefully they'll be okay with it. But I remember when I was selling the Grimlocks, like the guy, there was a guy who like literally knew it was sealed. He knew it was sealed. He opened it up, and he's complaining about a paint chip on the tail. And I'm like, what you want me to do? Like, you know, he's asking me for like all his money back, and I'm like, I can't give you all your money back. I'll give you some, like I'll give you $20 back, you know, to you know, compensate you for your you know. And he's like, no. And he's like, no. And I'm like, I just keep on trying. And I'm like, oh, you know, how about 25? You can do 25. And he's like, fine, I'll do 25.
Well, what's the ultimatum? Why don't you just?
Because then he has to send the figure back. I got to give him his own money, and then I have like an open on. You know what I'm saying? Like I
didn't get a negative review.
Yeah, I get a negative review. He like, you know, he can be a complete dick about it, you know, and. So I'm trying to, you know, work with him. So
he dick him back, man, because you can respond to negative feedback now.
You could, and you can also.
I mean, just feedback run removed. The guy. Yeah, just run the guy through the mud. Be like, this fucking guy. He's just fucking sealed thing. So what? Yeah. It's not my fault.
And it's just that they're like Brian.
You win some, you lose some.
There's not everybody like I'm
sure.
If
bought it from Hasbro Toy Shop back in the day, they'd be like, "Fuck you, dude." So we're out of stock. All right, we'll send you back something of equal value. Here's $100 of.
I did that. I like I asked them like, you know, like, I'll give you a discount on anything else that I have currently on sale. Can you just work with me? Because you know I can't control that. I'm sorry that happened. It's not like I knew it was chipped and I'm trying to sell it to you. That's not the case because the box was sealed.
Does anybody know if there's any eBay sellers out there that are like the soup Nazi, right? Like the extreme anti-customer service, like the person's just out there to berate the customer and and drag their name through the mud. Now that's a gimmick. Show me that YouTube channel, dude. I want to watch that.
Yeah, I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure they're out there, Brian.
Yeah. Where after every transaction, he just leaves the buyer negative feedback for no reason.
Yeah.
And this person's feedback is in the toilet too, as well. Yeah. So it's just terrible. It's just great. I want to see that.
And it's funny that you asked that, Brian, Dave. It's like because a lot of the statues I buy, I make sure I open them and I build them to make sure that I got all the pieces. There's no major breaks. Like, you know, it's like, you know, Brian, like, you know, that there's times where statues break in shipping and yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, when even there's no, especially if it's a limited run, there's no, you know, you can't like complain back to the vendor and say, give me another one. Cause there might not be, there's not going to be another one. There isn't another one.
Man, so. God bless statue collectors. I bought the one and that was such an ordeal. There was so much less enjoyment than there was enjoyment putting that thing together. I think just because
it's so fragile.
It's fragile. Yeah.
Oh, it's not so much that it's fragile, but there's so much packing material. It's like,
there is.
It's not like Christmas morning where you're tearing everything open and you throw everything in a big trash bag at the end, you know, and then you play with your stuff, you know, as a kid or whatever. Or even
like,
an adult.
I know.
But like this, no, it's like I got to figure out how to put all this packing material back together. And like in my case, I couldn't display the whole thing, so I had to put some of the pieces back. And I'm taking pictures of like every step. I'm like, how the fuck did they wrap this dragon up and put it in here? Because the I mean, it's the Daenerys, right? She's got the dragons. The dragons have wings, so like the wings are wrapped around the dragon and there's foam like pushed inside, and I'm like, how the hell did they get? And then you get to the point where you're putting it all back into the giant styrofoam thing, and then you take the top styrofoam thing and you put it on top. And you're like, well, it's not fitting flush. Do I push it down? Do I do it? It's like, what was that Berenstain Bears book? It's like, dare I dare go into the spooky old tree? Do I dare climb over the big giant sleeping bear? Whatever the hell it is. It's like, do I dare? And I was like, fuck it. And I pushed it down. I didn't hear anything break. I picked it back up. I looked at everything. Everything's fine. I was like, because I got to fit it back in the box. And then you got the big giant styrofoam things. Then you put it into the nice pretty box, and then you take the nice pretty box and you put that back into the shipper box. It's like Russian nesting dolls. It's like in a matter of minutes, the living space of my house is reduced by 25% just from all the packing material. So I am never doing this again, ever. It's like I never buy another statue.
I remember Dave saying like, yeah, you know, he sometimes had to get in the mood to open a toy and like, you know, get into you know, statues are definitely like that. Like I'll get a statue. I have to like clear out a space. get the room available where I can get out all 3 boxes, you know, like Brian's saying.
I mean,
and like, you know,
like in crazy. A sense, sometimes you guys are lucky because like I have a 5-year-old, right? So like you never know when the fuck she's gonna pop up. Like, you know what I mean? Like she could be downstairs playing something with mom. You're like, all right, this is a good time for me to go open a toy, be by myself. And like in like 3 minutes, she's in your room with fucking Cheeto fingers and, you know, fucking spilling stuff all over the place. It's just like you got to be careful because you turn around and it's like, where the fuck are those set of hands? Where did the hands go? You know, and then the dog runs out the room. You don't know if the dog has fucking the toy in its mouth. It's like, yeah, no, it's not fun. So I got to be alone when I fucking open my stuff because if not, it's just missing all over the place.
Fucking Dave's gonna put like an electric fence around his around his toy room. Zap them when they walk in.
You still doing the customizing and shit? Like what? Like because I know that was something that was taking up a lot of your time when it came to the figures and stuff.
I didn't do anything for a very long time. I actually today I painted for a while. That's why I watched the Jurassic World movie, whatever. What's it called? Dominion.
Yeah. World. Yeah. Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah,
no, that was the other one.
That was the second one. Fallen Kingdom and Dominion.
Yeah. My cousin collects Thundercats, and there's a figure that never came out in the 80s called the Mad Bubbler, and he bought a resin mold of it, a pretty big, you know, like it's a figure, but it doesn't. It's static. It doesn't move. You know, it was glued together. And I've been painting it for about a month now, but I haven't touched it in a bit. And I'm gonna go there this weekend, so I wanted to try to finish it up. So I did work on that for a bit today, but it's the biggest thing I've worked on. So, I mean, it's not like humongous. It's only maybe about 10 inches, or maybe a little smaller than that, maybe about 8 inches. But it's big compared to the heads and stuff that I normally, you know, paint. So I'm trying to do that right now.
Yeah. Messing with anything else?
What do you mean, like figure wise?
Yeah.
I just got some Dragon Ball Z stuff that came in, so I was messing around with that stuff. You know, the SH Figuart stuff.
Are you still collecting those? Nice. Do you have all of them or most of them?
I have about 90% of the collection. There's a few I didn't get just because like I don't need every version of every character.
Yeah.
But you know, I do have like 8 Gokus already, so I don't have every single one. You know what I mean? Like, if they came out with 12 of him, I probably have 8 of them. You know, so same thing with like Vegeta and you know the other characters. Like I might have 2 or 3 Piccolos, different variations and stuff.
That's major guys though. Like that's cool though. Like because I didn't realize that they were still making that stuff. I feel like I haven't like seen much, but I've been out of the Fig Arts game. Yeah. So
well, they came out.
Is the quality still all right? Because those like based on the animated stuff, I always felt like they did better with those than like the live action facial scans.
No, I think they're actually even better than they were like let's say a year ago with them. Like they do little upgrades to them. Okay. You know, in the knee joints and the elbow joints and stuff like that. They did what got me back in was they had started coming out with the Ginyu Force. So they did Captain Ginyu first, and then they started coming out with like you know each character in between, and I think it was Birder. It was the last one I got, and it was hard to get, so I almost gave up. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna collect these no more because I'm not paying you know $200 plus for Figuarts." But I wound up finding it for less, and then I completed the team, and I was like, fuck it, I'll keep going.
All right.
But now I've been a little more like, you know, on top of it. So now I'm trying to get them, like Premium Bandai puts out like exclusives.
Mm-hmm.
You have to kind of jump on those. They're open for a month or two sometimes, so you have time.
You have time to jump on them.
Yeah,
before,
if you miss them, it's all on you. You're just being lazy.
That's what I remember, right? Like I remember always trying to like scour fucking Hobby Link Japan or Anime Export, which I know was another one. Like, and I think I wound up using them the most because they seemed to just get like when it came to the Transformers Japanese stuff, like back in the like Combiner Wars Return days, like the Zakar versions were always better, even though they cost a little more. So like if you wanted to kind of, you know, get the jump on those, I always pre-order, even though I think with that site you had to pay first. You had to pay
I actually stopped ordering from them. I use this one guy in LA now, and I get most of my stuff through him because the stuff, the USA stuff, like the stuff that's not Premium Bandai, that's just not exclusive, pretty cheap. It's like they're like $45 a figure.
Okay.
So getting them through Anime Export and stuff, you're only saving a few dollars now, you know, compared to before. So,
all right. Yeah, because I remember just as far as like getting like a lot of those like Tamashi web exclusives and stuff, like a lot of those like Power Ranger fig art stuff, the Tokusatsu, the Kamen Rider stuff that I was getting, like I got a lot of that through them and like Hobby Link, because it was like those were, I felt like were like the two easiest sites just to navigate. There was another one, Ami or something like that. Yeah. I signed up with them too, but I felt like their interface was like a little bit more confusing or whatever.
It is. Searching your orders on Ami is a bit of a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it is.
The exclusives are getting harder to get too. Like I know the SDCC for Dragon Ball is different than it's going to be in New York. So like you're not going to be able to get the same one supposedly. Only going to be able to get it if you go to SDCC, and then they're going to have a different exclusive for New York. When prior I think they used to just do the same one. Sometimes, you know, you were able to get them at the same show.
What sources are you guys like depending on now, like to kind of get the notifications of stuff like that? Like you know, something that might be a little bit more niche or obscure, where you got to go through an import site or whatever. Like, you know, if you're collecting it, like how are you in like group, like specific?
Yeah, I'm in different groups. I'm like in a like a Dragon Ball only group, an SH Figuart group. You know, like an anime import group. You know,
so people always just post saying, "Oh, on sale, go get it."
Yeah, like same way, like we're up on like the Transformers and Star Wars stuff. They throw that stuff up right up there.
All right,
yeah, cool. For Figuarts, I mean, I watched the Fwoosh. He gives an update because he's into Star Wars and MCU stuff for Figuarts and Mafex, which is what I would be in for. So like he doesn't cover Dragon Ball stuff, right? But so when he announces something, then that means that I need to keep my eyes peeled and my ears to the ground. You know, we don't have like I don't think Chris really collects it anymore. I don't think JD collects it anymore. So like my inner circle of updates for that type of stuff is kind of gone at this point. So I just gotta
collect what anymore?
Figuarts. MCU Figuarts 112 scale. Yeah. So for Star Wars and MCU anyway. But the good thing is like I'm pretty much there's nothing really left for me to get. I'm not really into the MCU movies that are being made right now. So maybe I'm not focusing on that stuff anymore. But the other thing for import for me is the Diaclone Reboot line. And I'm in a couple groups. Fortunately, it is robot related, so the Chalker will post something for that every once in a while. And I did start a little Facebook messenger group for people that I know that collect it. And so when they see things, they'll post in that group, in that chat, I should say, in that chat. Yeah. So I started that chat simply because I created a spreadsheet. Big surprise, I know. Because I'm complete in that line, so I keep track of everything. And so I was basically, people are asking me for that list, so I created that chat so I could share that list.
Oh, they could
And
basically
then,
have a complete, like, nice, easy, like, list to
yeah,
look at. This is everything that's been
yeah,
released.
and
That's nice.
you know, people have been added to it, you know, by other folks and things like that, and
Mm.
sometimes it gets a little off the rails because it's not talking about robot stuff, it's just talking about other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, well, whatever. You know, the chat's muted. I'll go in, check it every once in a while. But it's like,
See, but now that defeats the purpose. 'Cause if you're
but
putting
there's
stuff in
but
there,
it's
announcements,
a
you might
funny
miss it.
social experiment too, because you know, obviously us, you know, here the jackals, our friends, obviously in the realm and everything adjacent, we're in all these chats, right?
Yeah,
So we're constantly chatting with each other, and so we have that outlet. Whereas like some of the people in this Diaclone group, I don't think they're in so many group chats all talking about toys all the time. So like they're in one and they're like, dude, check this out. Check this out.
yeah,
Check
they're
this
like
out.
Oh, that's
newbies.
why
They're
it
like
goes off
newbies.
page
So
so much.
so I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't blame them. Like, what am I gonna do? Like throw some admin hammer down, but like, oh, I want robots only. You know,
Yeah,
I'm just like,
boot
let them
you.
do it. Let them go. Fine. Because
That's
sometimes,
that's how Eric's chat. Remember, it was
yeah,
originally a Motu chat. It was
Yeah,
only
dude.
for Motu stuff, and then now
That
it's
chat, that
random
chat,
everything.
that chat is gone fucking crazy.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't. And now it's just
I don't
called
even
chat.
know what it's about anymore.
Yeah,
It's just called chat.
it's just called chat.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Funny, man. It's funny.
yeah. So
Yeah,
I
but
I let that go because sometimes some things post in there. I'm like, ooh, look at this. This is neat.
But once you're in that chat, you can't leave that chat, no matter what.
No, they'll just add you back. It's like
Yeah,
no one
people-
leaves.
People, if you try to leave, you get added back.
try to leave, you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
There's got to be a certain level of stress now with you, Brian. Like, because like again, if you've gotten all those Diaclone reboot pieces, now there's like that again, like the fucking you got to keep up. Like, right? You feel like that's.
I tell you, keeping up, you would think would be easy, but the thing is, this line, man,
They put out so much shit, bro. There's so much
It's-
of like the little Marines, like a pack of 5, and then those little
dude,
robots that they the mech
little
suits they put in.
robots, little Marines, that's fine and good, but when they start rolling out like these giant ones, dude, beginning of this year, I mean, there's a couple 300 plus pieces in there, like dollar wise. It's like it's like, and you forget about it, right? Because this is my Dom collection. Like they're not open. They get
I'm not the only
transferred.
mint and seal box collector.
They get transferred to, you know, they get stacked and Tetris into a, you know, giant BBTS boxes and stuff like that. And dude, man, I forget about them, and it's like, you know, we're buying his tanks. We got thunder tanks coming, tanks, everything's tanks, and you know, people are pressuring me into getting into giant Mondo He-Mans and Hot Toys, and so these are very large purchases. We got vacations coming up, you know, cons, and then all of a sudden I'm fine and golden, and then it's like, ding dong, hey, remember that big giant Diaclone thing that you forgot about? Here, I'm like,
yeah, $350. There you go.
Fucking suck it, man.
Yeah.
Damn you, this line. Why do I gotta
That's
be
hard.
completist?
That's another aspect of like, you know, trying to be a completist on a line, because you're like, and you're into other stuff, because you know, once that one thing that comes and all of a sudden you're not anticipating it and all this shit, you're like, fuck, I gotta get this.
Like, and you can't pass it up. I'm complete.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, you can't.
I have no choice.
Yeah,
Yep.
it stings a little bit more with the Diaclone line too.
I will let you know that I did open one today because I was just, I was feeling antsy at lunch. It's like,
Oh, there you go.
I opened up a little bit. It was fun.
That's it.
They're pricey, I heard, because like, you know, the run that they like, the run of them is like low or whatever. They don't make too many supposedly,
and they don't re-release any of it
No.
ever.
Yeah.
Oh, Dom, it's right up your alley, bro.
Yeah, it's a line that I would love to, you know.
Like
Brian,
after this show,
wait,
Brian, we got
Dom,
to
did you say you would love to get in on that line?
Yeah, don't even fucking call
Would you
me
like
and
a
ask me
complete
to buy it.
collection?
No, I'm not.
Dude,
just
it's
get 'em,
perfectly stacked in box and
I
like
don't have love
4
for the
BBTS boxes.
That's
Yo,
what,
Brian,
It won't take up that much room.
take
It's
a
the-
20 shot of it. You can't resist.
It's
just
the
need
original
25
Transformers. You need it.
25K, Dom.
Give him a
25K. It's
discount.
all yours.
No. Why does everybody
Come on.
call me when they have a fucking collection to sell? Like I got fucking money to fucking coming out my ears. Fuck. No, but like, hey, but talking about Hot Toys, I want to hear Dave's. Dave, did you? I saw that you sent that Cad Bane Clone Wars. You seen it? You the remember we were talking about the release?
The clone animated.
Yeah.
Cad Bane Hot Toys. Hold on.
So they released the Cad Bane for.
I think they released that prematurely, in my opinion.
Yeah,
because
I
think they could have waited like another 6 months and people would have still bought it, but people are gonna start dropping that other one.
Yeah. So what they did,
the Mandalorian, they're just not gonna get it.
So Jose, they dropped. No, this is the one that they dropped for the Book of Boba. So he appeared in the Book of Boba, and they did one. Yeah, they did one. Now they dropped a Clone Wars version of him because remember in Clone Wars he looks a little bit different in Clone Wars. So he has his brim of his hat's bigger and but like so they dropped that one today. Like they did a sneak peek of it.
Only a sneak peek.
So I don't know whether I can send it. I can send it to you in the chat.
Okay, cool.
But I remember when this one dropped, me and Dave were having a conversation saying, "Oh, look what dropped," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool. Like, yeah, Cad Bane, cool." But I'm like, I wish they had. Like, I sent them the picture of the Clone Wars one. I'm like, I wish they did this one though. And lo and behold.
Oh, and they did. Oh, okay, that's cool. Is it like maybe like a slight like retool or whatever? Like they already had the thing. Like
it's more than a retool. It's a completely different thing. Yeah.
Completely different.
You'll see. Yeah.
I'll set
it looks like the cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I think what's cool about it is like it'll go with the regular Hot Toys too. It's not gonna not go with it just because it's a little more animated.
Yeah, because it's fucking. He's an alien. Like he looks like an alien or whatever. Like like. So even if it doesn't look like super realistic, like it still might fit. So that's cool.
You sent it to them yet, Dom? Or no?
It's actually a video. It's not a picture that you sent me.
Okay.
I could. Yeah. All right. You could make it a picture though.
Yeah. I'm
screenshot that bitch.
I'm opening it right now. Hold on.
See now that too, like you got to factor in right what you were just talking about, like about Brian, like about like you have pre-orders, you're buying this, buying that Diaclone reboot's expensive. The Hot Toys are in that same bracket, like you know what I'm saying, that over $200, $250, $300, right? For some of those pieces or end up. So
it used to be like 200, you know, and like I mean that's where it's dropping on third party stuff. Remember for like a big third party figure, and I was like, you know what, I can swing this. This is good. They're all over 250 now. It's just and you know the hype from this Kenobi series because I really enjoyed it, and then Hot Toys. I knew they're gonna re-release one, and while I'm watching the show, I'm like, Hot Toys is gonna put out a version. I think I'm gonna be in, and then it dropped, and I was like, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to give in. But it's not sold out, so I don't know. I don't like the head sculpt on it, though. We talked about it last night. Dave, you don't like it either, right?
What's
I
that?
thought it was fine.
Oh, the new Kenobi?
Yeah, you said it was
Yeah, nah, I like if you really look at it or even compare it to the like the Revenge of the Sith Hot Toys, it's just off a little bit. He looks a little like, I don't know, maybe a little too chubby in certain places of his face, like his nose and his cheek a little bit. And
then I'm like, I don't know. Like
it's not that it doesn't look like him. It just is, to me, it's not the best, the best look for him. It's not gonna. I don't think they killed it. You know, it's not that great.
What do you think about the movable eye gimmick? Is that something that they've done with Hot Toys before?
Yeah, I have a few of them like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's good for figure photography. A lot of the people who take the pictures of the figures. I mean, you're not getting the same look. You can get somebody looking up, looking down.
Yep.
to the side.
I remember, man. I think
And
it
you're
was
skinny and you need to gain weight, so shut up.
no. I remember, like, I think it was 10 years ago now, because I think it was around the time of the first Avengers. Like, I think that was kind of like the time I saw my first Hot Toys, or at least the first time I can remember seeing one. That they sold it at Image Anime was the Iron Man from the Avengers, the suit from the Avengers. And I was like, yo, that looks so dope. Like that at that time, I was like, that's kind of like the greatest thing I've ever seen. But again, like the price, like at that time, I wasn't used to like the prices of some of these like higher end collectibles. I was like, holy shit. Actually, it was a picture they had of it. And I think because it was up for pre-order. And like, I was tempted, but at that time, I just wasn't ready to drop like 250, 260.
Yeah, Jose, I Dave sent a picture and I sent a couple too. I just took some screenshots of the video.
All right, I'll share that.
So like this is
look at that.
So like this one has like the larger brim of the hat, and it's the Clone Wars version of him. Darker, like the jacket's a little darker. But it just this is the Cad Bane that I want. Like, I don't mind. Like I love, I like the one that they did for the Book of Boba, but this is
yeah.
All right, so I see what you mean, yeah, because it doesn't like as long like with the gear, like the gauntlet weapons, all that, like it doesn't really look that bad. It doesn't look too cartoony, like in that aspect. So I can see what you mean about it fitting in with the realistic stuff.
Now, is this a sideshow or is it a hot toy? Is this a sideshow?
I'm pretty sure it's a sideshow.
Yeah. So like that's kind of like, because that Obi-Wan Kenobi and that Anakin is a sideshow figure. That's not a Hot Toys. So this is just sideshow doing their Cad Bane version of Clone Wars, because they've been on a hot pursuit. Sideshow alone has been in like a hot pursuit and doing a lot of its Clone War figures, because I think they did a younger Ahsoka too that's coming out with just sideshow. It's not a Hot Toys toy. So the one that you were looking at, this one, Jose, is a Hot Toys. It's distributed by Sideshow, but it's a Hot Toys figure. This one is produced and created by Sideshow. So you gotta understand that there's like Hot Toys that do their figures, but Sideshow in North America distributes Hot
Toys.
Yeah. So. But Sideshow does do like other 1/6 figures like this. They were very popular with the clone, like the clones that they did back in the day, where Hot Toys never did them, and now they are doing them. But a lot of those Clone War commanders and captains that they did were just troopers that they did, were just that Dave has is just what's desirable out of that whole line.
Yeah. So it looks like, I agree. I think I agree with you as far as like which one looks better. I think I do like this one better. Like,
it looks great. It looks great. Wish Hot Toys was doing that version, but like I said, they might be. They will
eventually, maybe. But right now, this is what you're gonna get.
This is what you're gonna get. Yeah. So,
and if they don't plan on doing the animated stuff, then you're never gonna get it. Or wait years for it.
They've done they have done Clone Wars stuff. Like they have the Ahsoka Clone Wars. They have, they are doing Clone Wars stuff. But
is the Ahsoka from Clone Wars, or is it? It's from the movie stuff.
No, it's Ahsoka from Clone Wars. They have Ahsoka from Clone Wars, and they have Fett from Clone Wars.
So wait a minute. Who
does? Not Fett. They have Darth Maul from Clone Wars, and they have Ahsoka from Clone Wars. They did. So, like, if you look at the Hot Toys, they're starting doing the Clone Wars line, but they just haven't done him yet.
Oh, okay.
Or fucking obviously General Grievous that everybody's waiting for, but they haven't done certain Clone Wars. But if you go into Hot Toys right now, they have a Clone Wars Darth Maul, which is with the robotic legs. It's from that it's from that last season of Clone Wars, Dave, that they're doing. It's mostly those characters that they're doing. They haven't dived deep into the original season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's like last season. So it's that last season of Ahsoka and obviously the Darth Maul from that series, that last episode.
Right.
His last episode. So
are they going to keep doing more of the animated stuff? Like, is more like if they're
I'm
putting out a
sure.
character like this,
I'm sure Sideshow will continue. Like I think that's I think that's the appeal right now. So I don't think that they're gonna deviate off of that. Like they're putting this out. They reissued the Grievous. Which I wouldn't even consider Clone Wars, but it's part of it's part of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
They did obviously.
Sideshow used to do the Scum and Villainy, right, series.
Yes. Yep.
So like if they just come back out with that or revamp it somehow, I think they can kill it, because I think the one thing that's missing with the 1/6 stuff that Sideshow's always done that Hot Toys is not really doing too much of is like the alien characters. So like, for example, like the bounty hunters, like I have most of them, and most of them were done by Sideshow first, so I mean, not first, but I mean it's solely really because I don't see anybody else nobody else has done a Bosk yet. Nobody else. Hot Toys hasn't done one, right?
No.
They haven't done Dengar. Sideshow has done a Dengar.
Nope.
All the
Fluckus hasn't been done. Yeah, all of them. Yeah, Sideshow did all of them.
And eventually Hot Toys will catch up and they'll kill it. But I mean, how long are you going to wait to have that?
Exactly.
That's the way I see it,
Yeah. And I think you like we had this discussion, Dave. I think you jumped on when the market just got hot on some of those toys. So I think you went in in it at a good time, because it's like now to pick some of those figures up, it's just they're like triple, quadruple some of the price.
Yeah, even the Hot Toys when we got into it,
yeah. Thanks for Brian.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Yeah.
You're
like the Obi from the Revenge of the Sith has went up in value just because of the new the Obi-Wan show.
Correct. Yeah. Qui-Gon went up.
Anytime something new comes out and there's nothing out there for it already, it's just gonna skyrocket.
Yeah. So it like I said, it's definitely the one I was looking for, and it's like I have this whole thing with Dave that I'm not buying any Sideshow. I'll just wait for Hot Toys. But for this one, if I'm going to wait for it to come out and see what people think about it and how the quality is, and if it's good, I might just jump on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I know we probably discussed that in the past, right? Like Sideshow not being as good quality as Hot Toys.
It's just the material, the switch, the stitching of the usually when it comes to material, but I don't know, Sideshow might turn heads on this. They might step up their game and do a good job. When you do compare some older Sideshow stuff to Hot Toy stuff, yeah, there's a definite difference, but yeah, maybe this one is going to be closing that gap.
Yeah. For you guys that are collecting this stuff still, like the Star Wars, like in some of these higher priced like collectibles, like has the recent stuff like kept you into it, like where you still want to kind of throw your money down at some of these more expensive pieces? Because I don't know, like I feel like sometimes just hearing mixed reviews, like the Book of Boba Fett, not that great, right?
I don't jump on, like I'm not a completionist when it comes to the Star Wars stuff. It's like one space, just having the real estate to put all these things up, you need a lot of room, right?
Yeah.
But the other thing is too, they are expensive. You're talking $300 each and upwards, on some of them that come with more shit. So like I pick and choose now, like I'm not gonna get every single Star Wars figure that comes out just because I'm hype about it. I'll wait. So like, for example, like you guys got me the Tusken Raider for my birthday this year.
Yeah,
I waited. That's been out for about a year, I think, right?
Yeah.
I just waited for the right time to get it because coupon wise and whatever. What are we looking at? What is that?
My bad.
Oh, I was supposed to be reading that, or no. But
so Dave's right.
I'm a little more selective now. So like I used to like kind of just say, oh shit, another Star Wars figure, I need to pre-order it. But now I'll wait to see what's coming out next, because I noticed that if I jump on something like for example, like that Cad Bane, I might have jumped on and put a pre-order on it. And look, now the animated one's coming out, and I don't need the other one.
Yeah.
I would have lost my my deposit if I would have canceled it, right?
That's right. Because you got to put on a non-refundable deposit on these pieces,
Right.
right? When you pre-order them. Yeah.
What's also getting crazy about the Star Wars stuff is like BBTS, for example. You can't just assume that it's going to be there in 2 weeks. It might already be pre-sold out on BBTS.
Yeah.
Because Sideshow does charge a little bit more.
And they want deposits now on BBTS for stuff.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. The go-to vendor that I've been using is Toy Dojo, because they still, like, you notice that Sideshow has, like, say it's for $250. BBTS has now been putting it up for like $260. Like they jack it up a little, like more, maybe $10 to $15 more, which might still is cheaper with their delivery and everything else. But like, because Sideshow charges obviously tax and delivery as well, and sometimes their delivery is a little bit expensive. I think they charge like $20 for some of these figures to ship them.
Correct.
Okay. So you got to take that all into account when you're buying some of these toys, because on BBTS you'll still come a little bit cheaper. So,
Dom, I can't order them from Toy Dojo like you, because Toy Dojo is gonna just pull that whole money out when they need it. Like when you pre-order it, you're pre-ordering it for the full amount.
There's a trick, my friend.
Okay,
what's the trick is that when you check out, they have an option where you say pre-order, pay later. Yeah,
but still, when that figure drops, I need
they send you an invoice, and you have an option to pay that invoice or cancel that invoice if you don't want it.
But still, I still have to come up with $300 or whatever it is.
Yes. There's no payment plan.
When Sideshow gives me the option to pull out $40, $50 a month. Which makes it easier on me, where I don't feel it as much.
Yeah,
you're true. That is actually right, Dave. Like, if you're that type of purchaser who likes to pay a little bit over time and save some, relieve some of that whole $300 drop on your wallet, then Sideshow is definitely the place to do that.
Yeah.
Because I use Sideshows for like other things to do exactly what Dave is saying. Like, other items that I'm looking to buy, I like that option because I can pay over time.
So with some of these pieces, so you're not really ordering like a lot where it's like, oh, like you're gonna get hit this month. Oh, here's a Hot Toys, here's another Hot Toys, here's a Sideshow. Because then to me, it's like, all right, then use the the payment plan or whatever that the site offers. But I feel like it's almost the same thing. Like if you're like really into this line, right, and you're pre-ordering a bunch of them, they're gonna, if you're paying 40 or 50 or whatever a month here for this figure, then that figure it's almost the fucking same thing. You're paying 200, 300 in a shot sometimes if you have enough stuff pre-ordered.
And Sideshow, like the great thing about Sideshow too is like when you want a figure and it's on pre-order, they'll have like 7-8 months of an installment payment plan type of thing. But like once it comes in stock, you can also exercise a payment plan, and they offer like a 3-month payment plan. So it's for in-stock items, even in stock items, they offer you at least a minimum of 3, at least a max. I think it's always the 3-month payment plan. So you give a deposit, and then they give you a 3-month payment plan, which chops up that heavy $250, $300 price tag down to 4 easy payments.
See,
it doesn't look that bad.
So Brian giving us a comparison here. Like, I'm like, it looks
doesn't
good.
Look that
like
bad.
It doesn't look that bad.
I'm the fucking casual. Like, I don't know, like maybe like people that are probably deeper fans.
For $270, I want it to look just like this.
Dude, you got floating rocks.
Maybe it is the beard. I don't know. I don't know.
It's not
right. You know how hard to make rocks float like that?
You know what it is? The beard's too clean. The beard's probably too clean, but it's like,
and that could be the photography.
The picture on the left.
Looks but look, he's got a clean beard there too. It's like I don't know.
It's something with the eyes. I don't know. It's just not right.
They're closed a little bit too much.
It's like they're a little puffier too.
It's fine. It's fine. Come on.
No.
No good. Like, come on, what is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. It looks just like the fucking It looks just like the
Oh.
guy. We are
No, it doesn't.
spoiled. We are fucking spoiled.
Yeah.
We are truly spoiled.
Did
Like,
you-
are we gonna be getting shit like this?
Brian,
15 years ago?
Did you pick up the Revenge of the Fallen, Sith, Obi-Wan?
Revenge of the
Legend of
Fallen.
Fallen.
No, sorry, Sith. Sorry.
You mean the Dark of the Moon?
Yeah, Dark of the Moon. Yeah, sorry. So tired.
He
You
picked
know
it
what
up
I
with his constructor bots.
Yes.
No,
You mean
I did
Revenge
not.
of the
Dom.
Sith. Yeah. No.
I own the Mythos Obi-Wan, and basically my next task for that is to shop around for a proper head of Obi-Wan from this series, and I'm
You
gonna
see?
put it on that body, and that's what I'm gonna do.
You see, Brian sees it.
I'm sure there's going to be customizers who's going to make a better head. They're out there. They're
They
definitely
already
out
did.
there.
People are already doing it.
Something's just wrong. It's
Yeah,
not right.
that's not right.
That's not right.
It's a live picture that doesn't
Yeah.
fucking look right. That's
Yeah.
That's not you, McGregor. That's not him.
That's an imposter. But like,
I mean-
but like with regards to the Dave saying is he's picking and choosing. Like I think Hot Toys is doing a good job in like putting out toys for the new series that are out, and then also going back and giving us some flavor with other Clone War stuff, clone troopers and stuff like that. So it's like they're just not focusing on just the new shit. That they are once in a while going back and giving us something from the prequels or the original trilogy and even Clone Wars and stuff like that. So
okay. What do you think about this comment? I heard Mezco might be getting in the Star Wars game.
Oh, dude, fuck.
You know what? Wouldn't give a fuck. I would not buy. Honestly, because the way Mezco fucking how long they take to fucking get anything done.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be fun to have them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like fuck it. I would give right up on that.
You would be down. You would be down for the Mezcos.
I
wouldn't.
Oh
no, you wouldn't. Because I was about to say that's a whole other rabbit hole.
Yeah, they still haven't given me my fucking Batman, and it's like it's been like 4 years with that. Come on, man.
Yeah. Where's my Mr. Freeze?
But plus that niche, that like
where's my Ghost Rider?
That's already filled with like the fig art stuff, right? Like that's already that
fig arts 89 Batman is garbage.
No, like but in regards to the Star Wars, right? Like they already got like the license, or they're already doing that scale of figure, right? So
but it wouldn't stop fucking people from buying Mezco stuff. I think.
Yeah, it's a valid comment because the fact that they are doing G.I. Joe, right? Mezco's doing that G.I. Joe, and G.I. Joe has a 6 line, 6 inch line. Yeah. Fucking Super 7's doing a cartoon line, like so it's everybody's doing it. And if Mezco gets into Star Wars, it's like
Marvel Legends and DC's been doing figures all these years, and they're doing them. Mezco's been doing those too, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess with the soft goods,
if they want
a different pocket. It's a different.
If they want to pay for that, if they want to pay for that license and get those figures out, like they definitely do have brand loyalty. So I can see them just jumping on a bandwagon to make.
What I want to start seeing from Mezco is actually like smaller, smaller stuff. Like something they can complete. Like don't stop going into so deep into different lines, do something.
Like finish some stuff, finish like other lines, like other things, like finish your monsters line, like your horror line, like finish some stuff, like finish get us like some completed stuff that we desperately need. I would love them to go back to like Hanna-Barbera stuff, like and just kill that, like the Popeye and the like more adult versions of some Hanna-Barbera characters and stuff like that, like give me a fucking Yogi Bear, like just
not a bad idea. They do they do like 5-point like Addams Family stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine if they did an Addams Family set, like a 1/12 scale, that would probably hit.
Yeah,
I think it would
definitely.
I don't know. Like lately, though, haven't they just been doing their Rumble Society stuff? I feel like every time the links come, it's like it's more skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because they it's a money grab, and for them to looking to buy a license like Star Wars, that's a quick way to raise a capital for that.
Yeah.
And Chuck chimed in. He just got the new Penn State Comic Con set today. I don't know what that is.
No, that's the new Pink Skull set.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
go look up that acronym. Yeah.
See, so
Did you see how much the original one dropped? It like went from like 1,000 or like 1,100 down to $600 now. People are selling it for.
Yep.
It's crazy.
See, you guys are saying you wouldn't be in on the Mezco though, and I feel like I would. Like I feel like
I don't know.
They revealed it and it like looked good. You're gonna be like,
Jose, like it's taken Figure Arts a long time to give me the perfect Vader, and they finally did a while back. And it's like
it could always be better.
I don't know, man. It's like if I would be tempted to get.
Like I would love a Boba Fett
I would
that
be
has
tempted
like
to get a Boba Fett again. I don't know. I
like
think
a Boba Fett that what?
I was tempted to get a couple Jedi, maybe.
Yeah. So I can get that scene when he's clawing out the Sarlacc pit and loses all his armor.
Brian, what did you say? I missed that.
Yeah, it's just you're gonna have to listen to the replay, Dave. It's just
that's not
talked
nice.
over. I get talked over. It's just the way it happens.
Shut up.
When you're on a live call with Dom, it's just that's the way it works.
Shut up.
I think I would be tempted to get a couple Jedi figs, but
of course you will.
See. But the thing is, I've messed with Mezco, and in my experience, they're not that posable, and the soft goods get. I'm not a big soft goods guy.
That's my only thing. That's my only thing with that. Is
it's like extra work to play with it, and I don't have the patience.
To me it looks like it's like they're cosplaying, right? Like because again, it's not like the costume to me. Like I prefer plastic. Like it just all got to be plastic because that's the way it's gonna probably look the best. When it's the cloth, like real cloth on top of like a base body, it just don't look right. It's not. I don't know.
Well, I can appreciate what they're doing. I guess like in some regard, like respect the artisticness of the toy.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, sometimes I just get frustrated with it because I can't make it look like the picture because my skills with soft goods suck.
Yeah, and some of their stuff has looked great. Like Chris definitely got like a great display of those figures, and like a lot of them do look good. But just some of them I look at and I'm like, no, like I wouldn't need that version of that figure or that. Some of their Batmans though, like look pretty awesome.
Yeah,
their Dark Side like was pretty dope. Like I remember seeing that like on display.
What's funny is that Dark Side sat on their website for like 2 years too. Nobody bought it.
For real?
Yeah.
That shit fucking looked
because the articulation wasn't that great on it. But I mean, it wasn't a bad figure by any means. It didn't move the way people thought it would.
A little pricier too, though, right? Because he was like a bigger figure. Like
he's bigger. Yeah.
So I think it went for like 120, 130.
Okay.
But he was up on the website for a while. Him and Catwoman.
For a while. Yep.
For forever.
Yeah.
Catwoman had a lot of QC issues anyway. So.
All right. So yeah. So I mean, to me, it's again, it's like it's all high end. Is once you're down that rabbit hole, Brian, like in with the Diaclone stuff, it's like I don't know. Sometimes you might feel like you have to be all in, all out. I don't know when it comes to that.
See, this Diaclone line, I never expected it would do what it did. Like I figured, it's like, oh, you know what? I skipped a few. I picked up some. I messed with them. I really liked them. Let me go back and get those. It's like, oh, let me just stay current. But I had no idea it'd be going this long.
They were going that deep. Yeah, deep and so long.
Yeah.
Is that just a toy property? Is there a fiction behind that Diaclone stuff?
Yeah, they've done like a couple of like videos on YouTube to promote the current product, like 3D animation stuff, but no real story. It's just kind of like a quick 2 minutes.
Just a general backstory, Dave, like bad guys and good guys kind of thing. Yeah. But no real lore. At least not that I know of.
Just cool toys.
It's so cool, like because there's a high degree of customability with those things. Like you could just kind of do so many different combinations. Like they'll probably show you a couple of things like in the instruction booklet, but then there's like probably 10, 20, 30 other combinations that you could do if you just have the imagination for it. Like, that's what makes that stuff cool.
Play with them.
Yeah. And since Brian has everything, if Brian having everything, like I've seen like some of these people that do the stop motion with that stuff, and they put like some of those bases together with like the mech, almost like Gundam style, like right, like with the mech, like in the fucking bay, like the repair bay, and you see the little soldiers and the computers.
Chuck,
and
you're late. I opened one today. All right,
it's freaking. Like, so I could just imagine having all that open, like in some sort of like huge diorama, like display. It would look insane. It would look insane. It would look insane.
Yeah.
Like I just wish I had kind of like the funds to just go all in on that stuff. It's just like I got like one piece, like I got actually a couple of pieces of that.
I heard somebody's selling his whole entire collection.
Like I said, I can't afford it.
Yeah, I got the spreadsheet up now. It's 116 unique items that they have created for this, and
wow.
I could sum up this column here right now of
tell you how much
that I paid, I'm not going any further. I'm not going to.
No, don't do it.
As a tear drops down his eye and say,
"Oh, what? You're not going to tell us?"
No, I am not.
That's BTM After Dark.
Come on, so when you guys get the info off his eyeballs off the screen.
Yeah, go.
BTM After Dark. That's right. That's right.
But I like if Mexico goes Star Wars, I think obviously there's a lot of characters that have that cloth, so they could kill it or
they'd probably be the perfect licensee for that, right? Just because of what you just brought up, they do the cloth stuff.
But like it comes to that same argument that me and Dave has is like, why are you buying something that's 6 inches and then you're buying something that's like 12 inches and
we're buying the same thing,
and buying the same thing, like to give you,
we love this.
The
shit.
answer to that is that there's more room if you buy the smaller stuff, right?
There's
more space.
That's that masterpiece versus legends conversation. But yeah,
because I mean, even with the Hot Toy stuff, like the way it's going now, like I wanna buy some of the vehicles that they're dropping, but where the fuck am I putting that shit?
I agree with you, Dave, because I'm even contemplating just giving away, getting rid of all the
giving away.
No.
Is that what you're gonna say? So he caught himself real quick.
Yeah. Don't fucking text me, guys.
You're giving away stuff? What?
Getting rid of the a lot of the sequel stuff. Like I'm not in love with those characters. So it's like, why do I need them?
The new stuff. The
new stuff. The Rey, the fucking Finns, and
you don't love it.
All that shit, So I don't know. It's a debate that I'm gonna have because
the 1/6 stuff, the Hot Toy stuff,
Hot Toy stuff. Yeah.
You have
Tom, will you be bringing that?
It's canon, bro.
Will you be bringing that to NJCC?
Possibly.
Dude, remember how the fucking people hated the prequels back in the day? It's the same fucking shit. In fucking 10, 15 years, they're gonna fucking be loving Finn and Rey.
I watched the shit.
Yeah. And then you're gonna wish you kept that shit.
But I like once
I'm gonna be searching for a Finn for $2,000 on eBay.
Yeah, $2,000. But the fucking funny thing is when I watch the prequels, like I love them when they came out. So it's like, I wasn't that hater at the beginning, and I've watched those movies over and over and over again. Like I don't have no fucking care in the world if I ever watch, what is it? The last one, Skywalker, fucking
Rise of Skywalker.
The Rise of Skywalker, like fucking.
I may never watch that movie again.
Exactly, like
I'm ass. Like what?
Like the only one that I probably.
Palpatine's back.
Like the only one I probably will ever watch, or if it does pop up in like TV, would be the episode, the first one,
The Force Awakens. Yeah, I'll watch that all the way up until Chewie and Han show up, and then it's like, all right, I'm good,
I'm out. That's it,
dude. That scene with Rey and Finn when they hijack the Millennium Falcon and they're running from those TIE fighters. I will rewind that and watch that 20 times. And be like, all right, that's
going
it.
all over the place. Yeah.
Oh god, it's cut so well.
Mm-hmm.
That scene, I can't. It's so good. Yeah.
They jump in, start to ship up, and that whole fucking, that whole scene is great too.
Yeah.
But like I said, I would never go out of my way to watch the Force Awakens or the Last Jedi. I mean, not the Force Awakens, the Rise of Skywalker or the Last Jedi. Like I won't.
If I can get an edit of Last Jedi where they eliminate like a good 60% of the movie,
you guys are making me want to watch it now, though. Honestly,
don't watch it. Don't.
I want to watch it to see how bad.
Then you're gonna fucking call me and go, why did you make me watch this shit?
It was a 40-year-old knife that fucking supposedly gave the directions
fucking
to
dagger.
some other shit.
Yeah.
And then
I watched that Jurassic today. Oh my god, that was so bad.
I heard it was bad.
I had a lot of fun. I don't know. I had a lot of fun watching it, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't.
You were trying to convince yourself it was.
Trying to think. I'm like, was it Thor bad or was it? I don't know. It's it wasn't. It wasn't a very good Jurassic Park movie. I'll tell you that.
All right.
No.
So
yeah.
When they all finally get together, like everybody, like
that was cool.
no, that's the worst of it in my opinion. Yeah, because it was just like, oh, now they're all together. Now this is all gonna be stupid. Like all in one shot, stupid. Instead of them being separated and stupid, it was just retarded.
Yeah. They're trying to go for the nostalgia factor, right? Connecting the.
Oh my god! I mean, it's just like the same movie over and over again. Like they just keep. Oh, let's do the raptor scene where fucking the raptor almost you close the door on the raptor's face. Let's go. Oh, let's get the big Tyrannosaurus Rex again. Come on. Come on, man. It's the same fucking thing over and over.
Yeah. Well, when they had to jump out of the plane and everything, I was like, all right, I'm done. Kind of. You're right, Dave. It wasn't very good.
No. It was not. That's what I keep hearing. I haven't even watched the second one. So this is the third one, right?
Yeah, the third one. Yeah.
So I didn't even watch the second one. I gotta
watch.
Like
they're referencing their other movies during the movie, and it's like
yes, they are. Yeah.
Like Jurassic World. Oh no, not for me. It's
that whole scene where he's like, we send like electric shocks to their brain to tell them not to fly over a certain zone, and he's have you ever do you know how much voltage was in Jurassic Park's fences? And the guy like Alan Grant was like, yeah, that type of scenes were cool.
I like those little callbacks where. They weren't too ostentatious, so like I did chuckle at some of them. All right. So did you catch the one where Ian was about to unbutton his shirt and then he buttoned it back up?
Yes.
Yeah. That was funny. Like I like that shit.
Did you? How about when the raptor jumps out of the fucking ice and he calls him an asshole? Did you catch that?
No.
Who calls who an asshole? The
Chris
raptor
Pratt
calls
the fucking raptor an asshole.
Yeah, yes, I did catch that.
I was like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever, man. Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. I want to see it. I'm kind of
when I see it, man. If I see Alan Grant in a Jurassic Park movie and they play that music when they show his face, it's like you got me. You got me every fucking time. I'm sorry. I just love like I don't know. Alan Grant was just something like he was a kick-ass in the first one, and just like he was the character that I always enjoyed. And I was so disappointed not to see him in the second one. And then the third one, he came back and it was like, oh, this is great. And it's just the third one just was so annoying with the kid that fucking and the mother and the dad and all that bullshit. So it wasn't really a good story with Alan Grant in it. And it's like, and then you see him in this one, and it's like it's great, and he obviously gets. Yeah, but I just like seeing him, and like just the way he his mannerisms are so funny. Like it's just his eye stare. It's just like so great. Like, it's just like he's like so serious and shit.
Since you're a Jurassic Park fan, Dom, did you get that Transformers Jurassic Park match?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got that? Yo, you saw how it was on sale during like that Prime?
Off.
Yeah, but my idiot, I bought it when it first came out.
When it was,
thinking like it's fucking gonna sell out.
Yep. All right.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah. Yes, you are. Agreed.
I'm the asshole like the raptor in the fucking ice.
I do want
watch
to
it.
say I brought up NJCC before. We don't have to talk about it much tonight, but October 29th is the date, and it's at Cherry Hill. And Chance sent a link to the hotel, and it looks like they jazzed it up. So that's where it's going to be. It's going to be back in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, October 29th. That's Saturday, one-day show only. So we're exploring our attendance right now to see what's going to happen.
All right, sweet. There might be a
So
lot of
save your
shit
money
at
and
the
buy our
time.
shit if you're in the area.
Yeah, Rock Block might be making a comeback. Rock Island.
Rock Island.
That was always fun, man. NJCC was always a fun time.
My kid might have a good Christmas this year. Shit.
I know I got a ton of shit to unload. You know what? We'll save that for a future episode. You know what I'm saying? Because it kind of goes hand in hand, probably like with another topic and stuff like that. So we'll get into it. But yeah, that's awesome to hear. You know, NJCC, as Dust mentioned last night, kind of the beginning of a lot of our meetups. You know, per se, like I know I met a lot of these guys for the first time at NJCC. First time I met
That's
Dave,
where we started, I would say.
for sure.
Even this podcast started on NJCC.
You know, so not the biggest of places or conventions or whatever, but it's definitely a special one. You know what I'm saying, in regards to the realm and stuff like that. So happy to hear that they're making a comeback October. I'm sure a bunch of us will be there.
I love that it's a one-day show.
That's dope. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
because those 2 days, man, it was brutal.
That's where I met all three of you guys at NJCC.
I met Dave there. I met Jose and Brian.
Yeah, we all of us. So you know, so we'll talk about it more as we get a little bit closer to the date. But nice to get some confirmation. The show took a hiatus during the whole pandemic stuff. Didn't have any info if it would come back ever. They updated their photo on the Facebook group like yesterday, and then today we got the announcement officially of the date and stuff like that at the convention. So that's awesome. We'll have more
perhaps the hotel was under construction. Maybe that's why they couldn't hold the thing.
Maybe.
Like I said, the pics look great of the hotel. Looks really, really fantastic in there.
Yeah.
So,
don't forget who invited you, Chuck.
A lot of us, yeah. That was our meeting spot. You know, that was the initial convention, and again, it started as sort of like a hangout thing. And then, like, I remember it was Bricks, like, kind of like last minute hitting us up. Like, I think there was like some tables that needed to be filled, like, last minute. And he was like, hey, if anybody got stuff, like, sort of bring it. And then it was like, all right. And people brought shit and they were making money and we were hanging out and having fun. And it was like, oh, this is fun. Yeah. We're fucking making money and just hanging.
Making money, go to the bar, spend the money, go back, make money, go to the bar.
You know what it was is that we used to take over the whole con anyway. We used to sit in the middle of the room and everybody used to hate us because we used to be in front of their tables. And then we're like, you know what? We'll just take over half the room. And now you got to deal with us anyway.
So always a good time. Very special convention, NJCC. So.
And they give the best giveaways, guys. You got to mention that because I think right now they're even advertising that they're giving an Omega Supreme, which is a very hard sort of figure right now to get. And I missed out on it, and I definitely played, the secondary market price on it. So it's and I'm sure they're going to have a lot more great things. If I know Fran puts together a great giveaway, and he does a great job with that stuff. So
nice.
It's for people coming out to that show and buying some tickets to for those giveaways. It makes the day worth staying because your chances of winning some great prizes and stuff like that. So. I would consider that show like one of the greatest shows that and how they give out giveaways and what they do and just the support that he does to drive that and everything is wonderful.
Yeah, Chuck won a $300 meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a Zoom meeting.
And they do multiple prizes. It's not just like one thing. They usually do like multiple like prizes too.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
on
the hour. Yeah.
On the hour. And they're giving out like sometimes they're always giving out like the current SDCC exclusive sets and stuff like that. And it's wonderful. So
yeah, I already saw like when they posted like the date and stuff. Like I saw a bunch of people commenting, like super excited, like down to go through. So I was like, and I was seeing familiar names, so I was like, all right, cool. Like this is gonna be good. Like it'll be like just another meetup, like because again, the toy convention is always cool, but it's we're just always. I think the excitement is more. Oh, we get to meet up again. We get to hang out. Like it's another day to hang out. So Magic the Gathering, MTG, Magic the Gathering. Yep. So that's cool, man. All right, so we'll call it a wrap on this episode. We'll have a new episode next week. So let's just get some where you at. So of course, we do always continue unbroadcasted. I'll throw the link out in the Realm of Collectors Facebook group. Come in here, join us, and we'll have BTM after dark into the wee hours of the morning. Let's go around the yard and get our exits. Brink, let them know.
You can find me at Brinkalizer on Instagram, in the Facebook groups, of course. Tomorrow night is a shelf gravy night, so join Chan and JD and others as we work on fun projects. I'm building this Lego Prime. That'll be what I'm doing. So that's that. Also, I want to preemptively wish Mr. Big Dom here a happy birthday.
Yes.
It's his birthday tomorrow. So,
it is.
Yes, it is.
I hope you have a great day, Dom.
I am getting older.
Guys.
No, it's not my 50th. Listen, I got 6 more years for that, so let me enjoy those before I get there.
All right, Dom, let them know. Let them know where they could wish you a happy birthday.
You can wish me a happy birthday at Dominic Grasso at Facebook. Just send all the birthday wishes there. Thank you for that. I'm here on Tuesday nights, but I will be taking my day off tomorrow. I'm off. I might venture off into the beach and just relax and eat some funnel cake and beat my fat ass self on a boardwalk and have fun.
Sweet, man. Nice. Right. Enjoy it, man. You got to enjoy it.
Oh, dude, yeah. It's going to be like fucking 95 degrees out tomorrow. So
yeah, it's going to be 101 here. So.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So nice. I'm gonna get very close to the ocean and maybe take a dip and maybe give set free Willie and send him back into the ocean.
Watch out for the sharks, bro. There's been fucking shark attacks around here.
Maybe the shark can take a bite out of my ass and take 50 pounds out of me. So quick fucking weight loss right there. I'll post in the ROC Fitness.
All right, dude. Enjoy.
Thanks,
man.
guys.
Enjoy
Thanks.
Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. All right, Energon Addict.
Yeah, you can find me here Tuesdays. David Colon in the Facebook group. Thanks for watching.
All right. And I'm Harrican BX all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Enter the Realm on Mondays, 8 p.m. on this channel. Here every single Tuesday with these fine gentlemen. Check out Verbally Challenged with Harrican BX on all podcast pushing platforms as well. As Brian said, Shelf Gravy Night around 9 p.m. tomorrow night here on this channel. And then don't forget to check out it'll be an ROC hangout, I believe, this Friday with the Realm Hatton Project crew. So go in there, hang out, and you might get a surprise or two for people that come in and hang out in there as well. Always good times with those guys. So with that said, JD, we love you, bro. Gary, we love you. Guys gonna be on tonight. We'll be back next week with a new episode. So until then, take care, stay safe, and peace out, guys. All right. Yeah, I was about to say it. Somebody do it for JD. Be safe, guys.
Say it with me now. Round